The Beyond the Ropes podcast is proud to support the Kai & Prince Foundation. Go to www.thekpf.com to donate or support the foundation on their mission of bringing people together to end violence. Founder Dr. Mark Prince's best-selling book, The Prince of Peace, is available on Amazon and other major retailers.
My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children.
But it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hi, welcome to Beyond the Ropes. This is myself, Michael Prime. Joined today, David White, Sean Mansfield. Don't know where Dwight is.
Ooh,
Suspicious.
I like that.
2 weeks in a row.
It's funky.
Sean hasn't got his headphones on.
I heard it.
So
I
he
heard it.
doesn't. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, we'll leave the cheeky jingles for now.
No, where is Dwight? Right, so Dwight.
Dwight doesn't even tell us anymore. He just sends us a black thumbs down. It offends David.
Ollie's
too.
at the
It's
wheel,
very-
isn't it? That's what it is. And Dwight's on board, I think.
What's that with?
Dwight's trying to take the wheels off that bus so that Ollie
Yeah.
can't go anywhere.
Bad times.
Bad times. Which is why we don't discuss football around Dwight.
Yeah, he's very
Which is probably why he doesn't turn up to do our boxing podcast anymore.
Yeah.
Bless him. Get well soon if you're poorly, or just feel better soon for being a fan.
Just text the group. Let us know you're okay.
We just get the thumbs down. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Could it be his missus's thumb?
ooh.
Oh shit! Bing.
I was going more. He's like a black Julius Caesar.
Oh
Just
wow!
gives you that. No, thumbs down
Kill him.
in the Colosseum. That's it. Game over. Speaking of gladiators in the Colosseum, terrible segue. It's been announced today. The Great British Humdinger, they're calling it. Fuck, did they get that from? David Price has been drafted in last minute
Yes.
to take on
Is he the new Dave Allen?
Chisora.
Is he the new Dave Allen?
Well, while Dave Allen's not been the Dave Allen, someone's got to be the Dave
Yeah.
Allen.
It'll be Dave Price.
I bet someone already drawn out half the poster and they've written Dave and they went, no,
Wrong one.
Price.
That's it.
Oh shit. Change the template.
Bigger poster.
Change the template. We've already used this one.
Yeah.
He's got a chance, don't he?
Of course he has.
Listen, he's the hardest hitting heavyweight out there, and if he hits anybody,
You know,
although
was-
we've never
it
actually
was the-
seen that proven against
Imagine-
anybody.
imagine how hyped he's going to be to actually fight a half decent fighter. Like he said he was like buzzing to get in against Allen because it was like, you know, the biggest fight he could get up for. Now imagine Chisora. Wow.
This
The
was good.
enthusiasm in your
This
voice
was
there. Wow.
I was doing my Joe Joyce impression.
There was
Right.
way more
When did he
adventure in your voice.
go to the Olympics?
2000, wasn't it?
No,
No,
No
that was
way.
Harrison, so it would have been what, 2004?
no idea.
Let's Google it.
Probably was, you
We
know,
haven't, we
yeah.
haven't purged Google yet, so
Good shout, yeah.
Because
Right, 2004.
when was this fight like a good fight?
10 years ago.
That's what I mean. If it was 10 years ago, I'm just thinking he might have been at the 08 Olympics. I don't know, but maybe 5 years ago.
No, 5 years ago was well into David Price's downfall.
2008.
Right. Okay. So in about 2011, this would have been a good fight, would it?
Probably.
Yeah.
And now somehow they've both had their careers have gone backwards, and they're both kind of higher up.
They've hit their lows.
No, it's weird.
They've hit their lowest lows. Now they're on,
Yeah.
you know, a collision
Because
course.
10 years ago, that was when Chisora would have been fighting Hay, that sort of time. So Chisora's
Wow.
never really changed level. He's always been
There.
Despite the losses to like people who are really shit.
He gets to that peak, then gets beat by someone's shit, and it's like,
Do
start
you remember
again.
when he was on stage at the weigh-in taking photos of AJ? He brought his own camera along
No.
when he didn't have a promotional deal. He was just on Matchroom cards.
That's quite sad.
And now he's like, I should be heading this shit.
Oh. Without him and Price, it wouldn't be pay-per-view, would it?
No.
No one knows who the
No.
fuck you are. Don't start with me.
Yeah.
I loved that. How do you say his name? Progray?
Yeah.
Prograr.
Progray.
Sounds like a
I loved the way he didn't give a
Starter.
fuck about Chisora. He was just like, just stood up and just, no, we're the top boys. And he's
Yeah.
the only one arguing. Everyone else there just kind of shit it.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking anyone because I would have shit it. But he didn't care.
Yeah, he was like, nah, fuck you, who you? You're who are you? I'm a world champion.
Yeah.
See the belt? You ain't got one.
I'm glad he didn't do that. All that credibility would have been just gone like that.
Still a decent card, though, isn't it?
Listen, I said, for the level we get of pay-per-view now, it's a good card.
Mm.
I'll happily watch this.
Is it better? Would you prefer this one to Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going
Why?
to get a knockout.
Price is going to get
Price-
knackered.
Price is
He's
just
gonna
going
get
to
so
do a
tired.
Fury. It's got to be the only way he beats Chisora.
He can't do that.
You know, he can't actually let Chisora get near him because he'll be fucked.
That's what I want to see.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, Dave Allen should have gone in with that game plan and thrown some punches, but he didn't. He went in and blocked with his chin.
Is this definitely the end of the loser?
No.
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 Eddie would just put that reset button on their career and be like, oh, 3 fights, world title.
Do you know what? You've just hit the nail on the head. It's almost like Matchroom have got a magic reset button.
Yeah.
Like someone gets sparked out, right?
Done.
And then they just...
Badly
it's
as
quiet
well.
for a bit.
Not like that. He got fucked up, Price. That was
That's
a
fine.
horrible Povetkin. That was horrible. He got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Dillian White knocked out Chisora. 3 fights later, they're headlining on the pay-per-view. Like, what? Like, Parker, fair enough. He's building his... After the AJ loss, he's building it. Alright, he took another defeat, but he's up and he's been at that level. Yeah, Price has never been at that level. So
he's coming off the back
why the
of
fuck am I going to pay to watch him?
Couple of big wins.
Elaborate, go on.
Since when has not even European level fighter been a box office? I don't know. I couldn't give you an answer, but that's what we've got now.
Was
Like,
Price Allen pay-per-view or not?
I hope not.
I can't remember.
Was it?
Definitely
No,
was,
because wasn't it on someone else's?
It wasn't the headline, was it?
Yeah, someone else's.
I can't think what that was on now.
Don't tell me it was on Chisora.
It probably was on Chisora White, was it?
Was it Chisora White?
Wasn't it the builders like the heavy?
Or Chisora Spilka.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chisora someone.
And then White and Rivas.
Yeah. Oh,
We
winner
sound
beats
like we
winner.
said- we know
we
so
probably.
much.
Do you know what? We probably if that was the case, we probably said winner fights winner,
Yeah, we weren't talking
and we're right
about-
now. That's sad, isn't it?
Ugh.
That's embarrassing, really. One geezer just beat an ex-world title challenger.
I think
The
it's-
other geezer
I
beat-
prefer it.
A geezer from Doncaster.
I prefer Chisora Price than Chisora Parker.
Can we just take a minute to appreciate as well how Joseph Parker has been ruled out of this fight? Because I don't feel like enough has been made of it. And it's fucking brilliant.
Go on.
So he was bitten by a spider.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Big spider?
Well, I haven't seen it. But I mean, listen, he's from a place where spiders can bite and they can
Kill.
fuck you up.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. But Canelo's from a place where the beef's a bit dodgy.
Yeah. But
So that's
listen,
a great excuse, isn't it?
no, not really, because Parker's not coming in with like Spider-Man skills. He's not trying to use it to get better. Canelo
True.
probably sat there and ate the entire cow.
If I see a big fucking cow, muscles
see
out its
Canelo-
head.
Pulling out fights in the future because he's training in Australia and
If he
got
gets
spider
bit by
bite.
if he gets bit
Just
by a
saying.
cow, he pulls out. Then fair play. Parker weren't going around eating these spiders.
No.
I got bit by. No, sorry, I bit a spider.
But this is the sort of
And
thing where
now
Mike,
I'm fading.
Mike would maybe 6 months ago would have been all over this, sort of saying, "Oh, Parker's taking drugs. He doesn't want to get tested."
Oh, is that where you're going with
Yeah.
this? Right, sorry, that was too subtle even for
Oh.
myself.
Yeah.
I didn't actually realise.
Yeah, I jumped up
Do you
straight
reckon
over
that's
that.
the case then?
I just
Well,
thought you
no,
was going on
so
some
you-
crackpot
You've been
like
over it.
diagonal.
No,
Where the fuck's it? All right, fuck you. Bite the fucker.
it's a
So
good
they
one.
weren't
Though,
bite marks, they were syringe marks.
that's
what we're saying.
that's exactly what we're saying.
Oh,
Shit, sir.
Yeah,
I see.
Oh, now.
yeah.
Now Mike's conspiracy head's going
Yeah.
into
I
overdrive.
like this.
All we've got to do is find a drug.
He's already
that
writing
is the
down on his
antidote for
notepad.
Spider bites. That is also a masking agent.
that makes you run.
Yeah,
And
Makes you
hits.
agile as fuck.
yeah.
I just love the idea of him coming back and he's literally got Spider-Man skills now.
He's running up on the top rope.
I think he probably
Ding,
disqualified
ding.
for that, but I mean like the dodging and
It should come
That
in.
sort of
It
shit.
should come into Spider-Man theme tune.
That-
Next fight.
tweet him that please. I
Talking
would
about that, are like like in wrestling when you're doing a clothesline or something, you can bounce off the. Are you allowed to do that in boxing?
Oh, how epic! Little bit of extra momentum for your right hook. Like just, whoa, oh shit. Here we go.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that?
Everyone thought Conor McGregor was going to do it, didn't they? That
Yeah, the Superman punch. Yeah, but can you imagine if you're just running along and then you just spring off the bottom rope?
Fuck you, may as well just go to the top.
Superman.
Just go to the top turnbuckle and just go for it.
Yeah. How epic would I would actually? I don't know what I'd do if I saw that.
What if Tyson Fury gets confused in his next fight and does it?
I think it's a bit. I think it's a bit dangerous.
We know-
to let
we know
Fury
what
come back to
Tyson-
boxing now with the power he's got now.
Listen,
I
he
know-
laid
I know-
out 10 security guards in a row.
And do you see that? Like the air from the headbutt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was like a good 7 inches away,
That's
and it was
the
just air
neck
force.
muscles.
I was genuinely worried about his cut
Go.
reopening in that fight.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the guy because I think there's obviously something worse has happened to him. Tyson Fury need him in the leg, I think, and he went down holding
And he
his
broke
head.
it. It was
He got knocked out.
shattered
Yeah,
all the way up, every bone.
it must have been the pain.
That was one of the Mortal Kombat ones where it
Just
you see
broke
the X-ray,
through him.
Yeah, just breaks all the way up.
Break through him. Momentum. That's what it was.
Don't know how we got here now.
I wouldn't want to be Wilder in the next fight. Let's be honest.
No, I don't worry. I don't understand how they all got out of the ring as well. Like, because they're all knocked out.
But they can move. Do you not see them? They get
So for
knocked
the
out, but
benefit
they
of anybody
automatically start swimming towards the side.
For the
Swimming.
benefit of anybody who's listening who hasn't seen the videos of Tyson Fury rocking up on WWE SmackDown and taking out
Oh.
an entire entourage.
No,
of
he's
security
on
guards.
both of them. He's definitely, for me, that's just unbelievable. He's getting massive.
You look at the names that have done it before. He's up there. You've got your Mayweathers, you've got Tyson.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
huge established names in the
Yeah.
boxing game. If he can follow and even get a tenth of what they've got,
Of their fans, their fan base, like it's fair play to him, man. It's
the
that's
downside
fucking
to that
quality.
is I can see.
People taking the piss and
I
be
know,
like,
I don't
"Ooh."
find people take the piss in it, but I can see people trying to replicate it with other platforms. Not necessarily wrestling, because I don't imagine everyone's going to want to do the same thing. But I can definitely see Eddie Hearn rocking up with something similar. If he hasn't even been doing this already, this could be the equivalent of Chisora flipping tables and press conferences and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
It's all
hype
it's all
thing.
pantomime.
Yeah. Oh, can you? Yeah.
I still think the Chisora thing in the press conference for this was set up before. Go on, just no one's buying this shit at the moment. Just have a fucking month.
Just call him like a plumber. That's probably the best way to go. Just abuse Liverpool, and they'll all hate you, which will sell because they'll all want to see you get battered. Just go for the town. No one really cares about price. Go for the town. Put a target on the town, and then everyone will hate you, and that's how you get people interested. Look what David Hay did with Bellew. Your mum.
Don't, because I get too conflicted there, and
Or you.
it doesn't work for me.
Your mum.
Didn't work out very well for O'Hara Davis though.
Oh, that was a bit of a shambles as well. Him
Can
and
we just take a
McKenna.
minute to establish as well that was total bullshit at the weekend as well.
Humble glasses. As the geezer just waits for him.
It was like the Blair Witch
Yeah.
project, the way that the camera was just placed gently on the floor, facing completely away
Oi,
when they
oi.
argued.
Yeah.
And then I saw other people interviewing
I'm
Odie afterwards.
not having it that two fellas, two boxers, two fighters don't throw one punch when they're grabbing each other.
I'm not having it that either one of them could be baited like that to fight
Embarrassing.
outside the ring like that, or just even outside the venue.
Stupid, yeah. It's
Just run up to someone when they're on camera doing an interview and just start a fight. It's ridiculous.
No, but it's not even start a fight. Wait for the geezer to put his glasses down, then grab you, then march you 5 yards, and not do anything. Then go, ooh, cool, dude.
Yeah, but Coogan was there settling it all out, wasn't
Oi, stop.
he? He was obviously stopping him.
Nah, come on.
Coogan's a big guy, man. He did threaten to lay out Prince Patel.
I'll fuck you up.
Yeah, I love that.
But
So David Price. Chisora.
Oh yeah. Price Chisora.
not
What do you
bothered.
reckon?
I don't give a fuck. I genuinely don't give a fuck.
Chisora, just because now he's on a good run, and he's actually knocking people out at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? That's where Chisora gets. He gets on a good run and then fucks up against someone shit.
Yeah, but Price doesn't even get on that good run.
No, but he'll somehow
What?
catch Chisora.
He won't.
Who has
No.
he ever caught?
But I'm not being funny. Chisora's not got. Well, yeah, true.
I'd never even thought of it until Sean said this about a year or so ago. And we've all bought into this thing of, because he's so big, he's the heaviest, he's the hardest hitting heavyweight there is. And you go, yeah, I'm sure he is. Because you think back to 2008, 2009 when he turned over.
Dropping
And
bombs for fun.
he was beating part-time boxers.
Mm.
And then that's just stuck in all of our heads that he's this absolute destroyer, and he's not.
Yeah.
Who has he knocked out of note ever?
Yeah.
But he seems to get the credit as well because he lost to some drugs cheats.
They weren't really losses, were they, I suppose?
But
Mm.
he just gasses out. He probably would have lost to him anyway.
I don't think their drug taking done anything for him blowing his ass out of his ass.
Yeah, everyone said, and I know he's back now, and he's apparently got a lot more mental strength, which is good because I can imagine if you suffer from anxiety in a ring or anything like that, that would be exhausting, and it would explain why after literally 3 minutes sometimes he's absolutely puffed out. But if you don't have that, you're going to get found out very quickly again.
Yeah.
And as much as we don't rate Derek Chisora in the the top 10 of the sport, or even close to that, I don't think anymore.
Yeah.
He's one of those people that will take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And it was the Spitzka fight again. It wasn't that long ago that really made me. You think that? Because Spitzka's no mug. He's been there. He's obviously
He'd
he's
done
a different
well
guy
until he got
since-
knocked out against Wilder.
He's a different guy since then, though. But Chisora don't fuck around anymore.
Mm.
And that's what I do think. See, the change in training has not been the maybe necessarily the best thing for him, but the link up with David Haye, he does seem to be a very different fighter.
Yeah.
Like he's been told,
Not paid for overtime, son.
You are boring. You need to be exciting. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some.
But we need to put bums on seats.
This is it.
And yeah, true.
I mean, it's
Probably
never
make-
been better, is it, for someone like him at his level where he knows there's going to be loads and loads of cards for him to be on.
Listen,
Win or lose.
we've got like 4, 5, 6, 7 different heavyweights at that level at the minute, all British,
Yeah.
Yeah.
without even drafting any other people
Yeah.
from around the world to keep it interesting enough to make you enough money.
It's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be good, though, in about 3 years when all them old ones have gone in that.
See, the thing is, with Chisora, right? This is a
But
legit
then
question.
the young
Has-
ones will be old.
Has he ever been anything but a gatekeeper? I know
That's-
no one will ever admit that.
that's
but
a bit hard.
Has
I
he
can't-
always just been a gatekeeper?
I think at the start of his career, it was like he messed up. Like, he shouldn't have really lost to Fury the first time. Like, he was more experienced than Fury. He was
Yeah.
probably better than Fury at that stage.
The second time he was absolutely
Yeah.
embarrassed.
Yeah, he was just bitched.
Like, he was at a good level. Like, he obviously fought Klitschko.
And he was outstanding in that fight.
Yeah.
No.
I think early days he shouldn't have been, but he probably was. But now it's like there's about 7 or 8 gatekeepers at the minute.
And there's still
There's your
only one
next,
gate-
there's your
there's
next,
still
there's your
only
next
one gate at the end of it,
WBSS. World Boxing Super Series.
yeah. But he's the
The
sort of person
gatekeepers.
that will get thrown in there.
Who gets the key? Boom, boom.
Oh, what? You just get a key at the end of it? For what?
They're allowed
Anthony
into
Joshua's
the,
house.
they're allowed into the elite level. Lad. Oh, you're back around
There's
to
a
the
break of
gatekeepers
Joshua's house, no
again.
belts there.
Yeah, true.
Goes to
Key
the
to,
Reeds.
key to his cabinet, but it's empty. Ooh.
It's not empty.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got some like Lucozade bottles in there
Yeah.
and some Beats headphones.
True.
Even his trophy cabinet is sponsored. Listen, that if I cuss that, that's just me. That is me hating.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Why
I'm
you-
not hating.
why you hating
There's only one
for?
person I hate on, and we'll talk about
Okay, so
later.
That
we've been
individual.
talking about Joshua, Wilder, Fury. I think Hay was still in the mix when we started talking about like, the ones that really matter.
Yeah.
So now we're down to what? 3?
Ruiz,
Truly,
Wilder.
maybe
So,
I'm doing a
Fury.
disservice to Ruiz here. I still think we're now only talking about Wilder and Fury.
Yeah.
Because I think Ruiz
Yeah.
beats Joshua next time, and I think whoever Ruiz fights out of those two beats him.
I think
Even on
Yeah,
the back
he's-
of Fury's
he's
last
not a
fight,
very-
I still
he's-
think so.
he's not a very good boxer. He's a good fighter, Ruiz. That's what I've taken from now. I've seen a lot more videos of him. He's not a very good like technician,
Who's not?
Ruiz, but he can fight.
I
That makes
disagree. I
sense.
think he's very, very skilled, and I think he probably lacks the other attributes like
He didn't show
like
it.
the knockout power. He doesn't have that kind of temperament to to get angry or anything. Maybe that's a good thing because he was so calm in that Joshua fight. That's what got him through.
That's what made him survive
He
that.
shouldn't be able
that
to beat them big guys, should he?
But he
really?
shouldn't be. This is what I mean. I think if someone like
But-
Wilder hits him, he hits
Yeah.
and he goes down, and
Well-
that's it.
Parker's not a big guy.
But Parker's irrelevant.
If anything, he's the same size as Ruiz,
Yeah.
really. But for me, he beat Parker. He beat Ruiz, not comfortably, but he beat him enough that I thought, nah. That's what I thought Joshua was going to just
So
destroy him.
I genuinely feel like not to do AJ a disservice, but because he's had a fantastic career, but I don't think he'll beat Ruiz in the next one.
Mm.
So then I genuinely feel like everyone's gonna be pissed off because the money's gone now because he's not the top guy
Yeah.
and it's not even going to be in the equation.
Hmm.
And then you've got Fury, Wilder, and Ruiz. Both of them beat Ruiz for me.
Yeah.
So it's still only about them two fighting now.
But then you're gonna have Usyk come in. You're gonna have
If
if he
Hergovic.
gets a fight,
Yeah.
Usyk, like, come on. Whoever, Sponge is gone. Spong?
Yeah, let's call him Sponge. Yeah.
Spong. Whatever, him. He's done.
Yeah.
Who's a replacement? Who's good enough replacement? Don't say Dave Allen.
I don't know.
I reckon it's going to be someone like Michael Hunter.
Okay.
Which I find
Who's
quite funny as well, because when we were first talking about him stepping up, that was who I said should be his first fight.
Yeah.
oh really?
Because I remember specifically saying
Because he's
come up
on the
from-
cusp of people have been talking about him.
Yeah, and he's
in
come
that
up from
top
the same
five.
weight, so
Okay.
it'll be like when Hay and Bellew both fought at
He
heavyweight.
just won't do that though.
Be interesting. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It'd be interesting if he puts in it. He'd want him to go against a proper heavyweight, not
Be
another
prepared
fellow.
for someone like Martin Bakole to step in and get sparked out.
Well, I think Martin Bakoli's sniffing around that Rumble in the Jungle 2 card. Get on there with his brother. Get down there, Dr. Congo. Go.
I'm about that life actually. I'm going to put a message into Don
How
King.
cool would that be? Can I DJ at it?
I do
Yes,
a good
but
deal,
for every
Don.
song you have to pay
Yeah.
me. What?
I do a real good deal.
Yeah.
But I need a lot of towels
I need 4 tickets as well,
and some flights. To...
and some money.
Alright, beating us out now.
So what are we saying? We're pretty happy with Price?
No.
No.
It's one of those that I'm not happy, but who else would I have wanted?
Yeah.
No idea.
But
He's a good, quick replacement. But I'm not happy. I wouldn't want to pay for this now. Parker, very reluctant to pay. Price, I'm not paying for this. He's not the name. Like, Parker's an ex-world champion, been in with some good guys. It could actually be an interesting fight between them two. This one, I think it just goes...
you've got to put it in perspective
certain
that
way.
you're talking about an opponent for Chisora. This isn't like a headline name.
No, but like...
We should be annoyed that it was Chisora in the first place. Like, why is that the chief support on a pay-per-view card?
Yeah, I suppose. But then, what do you do with Chisora? Do you stick him on a show? Do you stick him on a pay-per-view? Do you stick him
on a Usyk. Stick
him on Usyk?
Mm.
But according to Dylan White, no one knows who he is, so that's not very good.
No.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Where is Dylan White?
Sabbatical, mate. Sabbatical.
MasterChef.
Oh.
Eating what he wants, drinking what he wants.
I see.
Yeah, it's quite good that he's having 6 months off, really. Nice vacation.
We'll be back just in time for Christmas for a big show.
In February.
Actual Christmas show.
February or March, yeah, maybe.
Well, it's just interesting holiday time.
Yeah.
Especially when all these big fights
I've almost forgot about him, really. Oh well.
So what we're saying about Spong?
I think this is all a fucking joke. The fact that he's failed a test, they actively come out as the promotional outfit at Matchroom and said he's failed a test due to adverse findings, he's out of the fight. And nobody has said to him,
why didn't you do that with him?
why didn't this happen with Ribas and Whiteland? Why is no one asking this question?
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they've been gagged. I'm sure they've been gagged. Like the old Alex Ferguson stories.
It's just
don't like a question.
It's just their show, isn't it?
What? It's just their show.
Well, it's their show, so they can
It was their
do
show
what
last
they
time.
want.
That's what I mean. So they just do what they want. Yeah.
Yeah,
They might as well be their own governing body.
This is what I say. This is why I hate going to the press conferences and doing all that stuff now, and I just don't want to do it because it's a waste of fucking time. You just get a load of people that go there because they just want to be seen in the same building as Eddie Hearn. They want to have a picture taken with the boxers.
They're the Facebook or Instagram media, not.
And I'm not hating because when I was first going to them, that's what I kind of wanted to do it as well. You're standing there, you're talking to people that you see on TV, and it's amazing. It's a great experience. But if you're not adding anything, just fuck off out of there. So I soon got there and I was standing in the press conferences and you see Rob Tebbett, you see Coogan and Umar, IFL Umar all around, and it's like, no one's going to listen to my interview.
Yeah.
Who the hell is going to listen to me when Coogan
12 other people have got different questions.
Coogan and Rob Tebbett is the best in the game at this. He'll have the conversation, he'll ask the shitty questions, not so much as he used to now, and obviously you've got to find that level. Because when he first started, when he used to be on Michelle Phelps' channel, what was it? Behind the Gloves, he used to ask some very difficult questions, and I've rated it so much. Obviously, that has calmed right down.
Yeah,
he still asks interesting questions, but he's not as
he's tamed it down.
He's not as journalistic.
If
that's a real term, as he used to be. He doesn't really dig as deep. And like I said, it's not a criticism because you've got a job to do. You've got to pay the bills. You've got to hit your certain milestones. So everybody do your thing. But like I said, if you're a small media outlet, I'm not gonna check you for any reason unless you've got something that no one else has got. And I know that nobody has got the balls to do that, because if you do, you go there and then you don't ever get to come back.
But it doesn't. No one really cares because they know what the answer's going to be, and I don't really begrudge the answer. It's just ultimately they've got the means and the contacts to be able to do a hearing very quickly.
Yeah.
And Eddie Hearn, I can imagine him saying, "It's like, look, come on, we're good promoters. We sorted Dylan White out very quickly and we got it dealt with.
Yeah.
Their team couldn't do it. That's their problem. It's not our problem."
Yeah, it's fair enough. Like I said, it's just for me as a fan, I hate that now, and it's become a real problem. Spawn, I don't care. Fuck yeah, if you're a cheat, fuck yeah, just get out of the sport. But the double standards within the sport now.
We're not going to hear double standards though. We're just going to hear that Dylan White didn't do anything wrong and Spong did.
No, we're not even going to hear anything.
Yeah. They've acknowledged the fact that they've acknowledged Spong and not White. Because literally they haven't. They literally just
said... It doesn't change anything because they're just going to say, look, we had a hearing, we had the contacts and the
means to fight.
Yeah, he was cleared to fight. Spong hasn't been cleared to fight. That's his problem. They can't do anything about the fact that he hasn't been.
So
fuck it.
Fuck a lot of it.
Fuck them. Next Purge.
Well, Dwight, when we were talking about purges, obviously in our group, he said he wanted to purge Eddie Hearn's
bullshit
excuses.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough, but to be fair, they kind of make boxing now.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. It does.
It does, yeah.
It absolutely does. But I tell you what, on that note, shall we purge?
Purge away, mate. Purge away. You got this is the second one.
This is not a test. I repeat, This is not a test. The following is a broadcast announcement. Authorized by Team BTR. Boxing can be dirty and corrupt. We are here to cleanse it. This is the Purge.
Okay, so I'd forgotten what I was going to purge, but I had like 4 seconds to spare, and it's come back to me. And maybe somewhat controversial, I want to purge the zone. Fucking sick of them.
Already?
I genuinely feel like
Damn.
they are ruining boxing now. I was interested when they first started with the idea, because we long speculated that people were going to move towards a streaming platform for boxing and kind of a subscription service rather than pay-per-view and these massive deals that everyone is having to buy into, and I still believe that that will happen. But I feel the way that it's been done with the zone is awful now, because we're now in a situation where, do you remember that alleged $1 billion deal at the beginning? I don't know what's happened with that. It's almost like, I hate to always use football terms, it's like when PSG signed Neymar for 200 odd million, it fucked everything else. The value of everything else went up to stay in line with the nonsense values. So now we've got low level fighters, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, because some people are world champions. So when I say low level, I don't necessarily mean not skilled or not adequate to be a world champion. I mean, you're not a profile. And they're moaning about being paid, I'm only getting offered 2 million, I'm only getting offered 3 million. And it's like, you were boxing for 100 grand before. And it's a joke. And the zone obviously is not about growing a sport. Why should they? They're just a platform to make money. The Logan KSI thing this week, again, I feel like the more the zone's getting into it now, the more damaging it is to the sport. You've got people like Canelo and whatnot, they've got huge deals. Triple G at the weekend, he signed in with them as well. He's still got, what is it, like 6 more fights or something to have with them. He's not going to make 6 more fights.
No.
Tyson, not Tyson Fury, like AJ signed on. So we're at the point now where we've got big networks, not just the zone, paying massive money for shit fights. I actually feel like we're going backwards now in the quality of our fights because there's so much money around. Everybody's afraid to make anybody challenge anybody. And then we've got people that aren't challenging, aren't even worthy. It's harsh to say worthy, but aren't even at the top of the sport, demanding the riches of riches now. And I can only track it back to that point where the zone says we've got $1 billion. Everybody go fucking nuts, and I blame them for a lot, and I'm not happy because I feel like we're getting further away from where we want to be now.
Isn't this just the same? Yeah, like going to football though, isn't it? It's always been the same. Like United a load of money, then Chelsea come along with a bit more money, then City come along with a bit more money.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's nothing new. It's just the scale of it, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, except I don't think it's necessarily just about the money, because people like Canelo, they were making big money anyway.
Yeah.
It's just now for someone like him, there's no stress because he's going to get that money regardless. So it's almost like there's no even real pressure to make big fights. Because Canelo's going to sell anyway, no matter who he fights. If he fights on those 2 specific days of the year, you're going to make your whatever millions back on him that he gets every year.
Yeah.
So I can understand the business plan, but it doesn't encourage our sport to grow with entertaining fights. It doesn't. I think it's actually making it go the opposite way. So we're just seeing, look at Tyson Fury signing into his ESPN deal. Look at the caliber of fights we're getting now. Billy Joe Saunders is actually fighting on the KSI undercard on DAZN. Have you seen his new opponent? He's undefeated. He's like the second best middleweight in Argentina. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's a joke. And before, you wouldn't get away with it. But now, because it's on a streaming platform, you kind of get... And I just feel quite angry at it. It's almost like a lack of respect for the sport from the platform. No, I know not everyone's going to agree with me, because you want boxers to get paid good money for doing what they do, but you also want the sport to benefit from that, and I don't feel like it is.
So can you like pinpoint fights that aren't happening then in your view because of DAZN?
Even if you take away fights that are like network deals, because obviously as soon as you're signed to DAZN, that kind of ties you out of anything anyway. But say for instance someone like Billy Joe Saunders, should he be fighting as a world champion on an undercard to YouTubers against a nobody? As a 2-weight world champion?
I personally think that whole DAZN thing with KSI and Logan Paul is they didn't need to do a undercard really. Like we were saying last week, I don't really understand why Eddie Hearn's got involved because I don't think he's going to bring anything or enhance it. I don't think he's going to add any pay-per-views. It's like these aren't boxers, so their fans aren't boxing fans. They're not buying it because they like boxing. They're buying it because they're two YouTubers they know who fight each other. It's like,
and like I said, like we said it the first time around, I love to see people making money. If you're doing something successful and you're making money out of it, fair play to you.
Yeah.
But you don't want to see it crossing over into something that people work very hard at to its detriment. And I feel like, not even just necessarily that event, but the whole thing around it, I genuinely feel like at the moment DAZN is having a negative impact on boxing.
So with that show particularly, like, why do you think they've put boxers on it? Like they've heard their reason, like to give them exposure, fair enough. But
it's to
can't
validity to the fights because they put them out as pros.
Yeah. So let's try and put a pro card together. Like
Why?
what about the brother?
It.
So which of the Pauls is it, or Logan or
Logan, yeah.
Logan Paul? But his brother's fighting on it as well.
Well,
is he being a pro?
In fact, last time the whole card was they were all YouTubers and personalities, weren't they?
Yeah.
Right.
And
But are these
people pulling out dance moves in the middle of the fight? And fair enough. Listen, it's entertainment. That's what the people that have gone there to see
those
them
kids
want to see.
Yeah, kids.
But don't try and pass it off as a boxing event because it's not.
If someone does the moonwalk as they're punching,
it's good, isn't it?
But that's what I'm saying. If you just look at it as an event like that, it's fine. But then don't try and sell it to me as a pro boxing event because it's not.
But that was the question I was asking. Is it being sold as a pro card?
Yeah,
it is a pro card because they've been
so
given
they're all
boxing licenses.
So they've all been given pro rights.
Yeah.
Even these undercard kids. Oh, come on, man.
But then what is the problem?
It's basically white collar boxing.
Yeah.
Without the head guards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
But they're just going to say don't watch it, don't pay for it.
Yeah.
No, which is fine. Like I said, I've got no problem with that actual event. Do the event, love. It's going to be done anyway. Like you said, it's going to happen anyway. Even if DAZN hadn't got involved, it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
But I just feel if you wrote in pros and cons list of what DAZN have done for boxing at the moment, I don't feel like it's positive at all.
But then that particular card is that's Sky Sports as well, isn't it?
I said it on our Twitter.
But I don't really care. It doesn't bother me at all. It's like it's not really a boxing show. There's a few sort of mismatches on the undercard. You're getting it in addition to boxing, like it's an extra, which you don't have to buy. I don't really see the problem.
And that's like for me, the event is not my
Yeah.
purge. It's it's DAZN as a whole. I'm just really. I was trying to sit there today. I was like, what's really pissing me off? And maybe I'm being too harsh on just DAZN because I feel like it's all of the networks with their huge deals.
That's what I mean. It's like I think.
But I think DAZN set the initial bar, and maybe it forced everyone to follow suit.
I think they underestimated what would happen in America, and they're probably the loyalty that the fighters had to Al Heyman. I think they probably thought they could get more of those fighters and mix it up a bit more, whereas too many of the divisions are locked down one way or the other. So who do you even offer those contracts to? Like if you're DAZN, there's no point.
You either got to go for the up and coming fellas that are unsigned, which they have been doing, or you go for the people that just want money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, it's not beneficial at the moment. It's a hindrance. And I get what you're saying. Like, everybody's doing it, but they're the ones that have made the most out of it. I would feel, and especially with, like I said, it is a new platform. We're moving everything to this kind of streaming model, and that is the way it's going to go. I just feel like this at the moment has been executed terribly, and it just seems to be like everyone's getting paid their money to not do anything at the minute.
I just don't understand that. Like, I can't really get my head around why this YouTuber fight is on TV. I don't understand why they. Forget why Eddie Hearn's getting involved. I don't understand why he was given the opportunity to get involved. I don't really get what he's going to add to it. And
surely
the fact
they
it's on
were
Sky Sports,
earning shitloads of money
They
from
could
it.
just put it on YouTube, like YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah, it's weird. Isn't it? They could have just put it on YouTube and just charged money themselves, like last time. I don't
There's
really
obviously a greater.
Could it be a trilogy?
There's got to be more. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. There was no way it was a draw the first time.
Are we going to talk about the fight?
No. We might.
Yeah.
Who won it?
It was a draw.
No.
Last time
But
I
you
genuinely felt Logan Paul beat him up.
Yeah, and I think he'll knock him out this time.
And he's trained by the one and only Shannon the Cannon Briggs,
Yeah.
who's in London at the minute. Might add.
Is he?
I wish I had the balls to just like find out where he was and just go and sit with him.
What about something I noticed on the Golovkin fight over the weekend was Matthew Macklin's accent.
Which one?
It's a really weird mix of an American person doing an Irish accent.
It's mad.
Really weird.
It's mad.
I watched the first few rounds of that fight the other night, and his accent is just
I
outrageous.
didn't even notice it.
Yeah,
I wasn't really listening.
he was sort of talking like I said, as an American doing an Irish accent, and he's from Birmingham.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to have a look at that again.
Yeah.
Rip him next week.
Okay. What, when you're just with them?
Purging Maccas.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, so that's my purge. Agree with it or not? Fuck it.
No, actually, I quite like it.
So what is it? It's just DAZN.
DAZN.
I'm throwing DAZN in there, man, because I think if you took them out now, I don't think anything would change.
Yeah.
I don't think anything would change.
Yeah,
in boxing
I don't think
if you removed them from.
They haven't got the upper hand over any of the other promoters or anything, have they?
Golovkin's still going to fight. Canelo's still going to fight.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect anything over here because it's Sky Sports.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think fights will be made easier and the caliber of opponents will be better because fighters will suddenly think, I haven't got a solid figure at that bottom line of what I'm going to get, so I need to drum up some business.
So what fights have been made because of DAZN? It's only Canelo Jacobs, is it? Is that the only one that's been made because of DAZN?
I would have thought so.
But that would have been made.
No,
anyway.
there must be others, but like I said, you look at the cards. Obviously, we're only getting the British kind of side of it here. But you look at the cards that are the DAZN cards that are being streamed, and they are dog shit. It's one side of people that are going to win, and one side of people that are going to lose. Because no one wants to harm the product. Because if that guy loses, you can't put him on the next show. So it kind of defeats itself. The reason we love boxing is because this shit can happen. Someone can lose and their career can, that winner, like the whole Ruiz thing, that his career can change the next day. But with DAZN, no one likes to risk that because no one wants to. You can't go and then sell the B side.
Yeah.
Especially when you're signing people into big deals. Imagine if Canelo lost now and he lost badly. I very much doubt it would happen. And what are they ever going to put him in a big fight again? He's got another 5 or 6 or 7 fights to do over how many years. They have to recoup their money, so they're just going to put him in with chumps. He's going to beat up.
Golovkin.
So it's almost.
As number 7 when Golovkin's 43.
Do you know what? The worm was on the end of the wire. I just breezed past it. But yeah, for me, it just fuck them off. They got to go in the bin now.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree. The points you made are valid, man.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't researched or anything at all, so they're probably all nonsense. But that's how I feel within my spirit.
10 big fights.
So I want to sound like Claressa Shields. It's in my spirit. That's how I feel about it.
That's good.
Right.
Can we talk about Golovkin?
No, fuck off. No.
We shall talk about Golovkin after these short messages. No, I'm joking, we've got no messages. But we do need to go to the other side of our show.
Let's speak to our sponsor. Ain't got one.
Right, yeah, we'll be back on the other side. Bye.